All right, everybody, we'll go ahead and get started. So I'm Ethan Littman, Senior Product Manager at Bridgeline Digital. On the line with me also as a moderator is Steve Hamilton, SVP of Engineering at Bridgeline Digital. And I want to thank you all for taking the time to view our webinar today, showcasing the latest release, iAPPS v 2017-01. Before diving into this release and the agenda for today's webinar, I first want to take a minute to recap the exciting year iAPPS had in 2016. Last year we introduced our Pro series of templates and modules, allowing us to extend iAPPS to even more customers worldwide. Add in our massive enhancements to Marketeer, including not just marketing automation, but the ability to sell Marketeer as a standalone product. And what you have is a customer base with so many exciting ideas that iAPPS' evolution has already and will continue to benefit greatly. So to kick off 2017, I want to give a heartfelt thank you to everyone on the line today. All of you are iAPPS customers. You guys make Bridgeline and iAPPS rock. You make us what we are today. So thank you for being very special to us, iAPPS, and I mean even me personally as a product manager. You guys are the best. Now, on that note, if any of you have feedback following today's call of things that you'd like to see in regards to future enhancements, ideas, if you want to call with me or anyone on our product team or anything at all, at the end of this webinar, I'm going to provide a feedback link with a form so that anyone who wants to provide feedback can. Also, as questions arise, feel free to type questions into the question pane or the chat bar, and Steve on the line will be able to respond to the questions. And then at the end of the call, I will look through the questions also and respond, and we could have a Q&A. So today we're going to cover all the new features and review some older features within iAPPS. We'll kick off or start off today with a quick review of iAPPS Marketeer's marketing automation capabilities. Now, I know new releases are meant to focus on brand new things, but guys, the marketing automation tool that we released in September, it's such an amazing feature that I know all of you are going to be able to benefit from it, so I want to show this again. From there, we'll discuss the new search enhancements being introduced January 14th when this release becomes live in production. And you know, search is so important, right? When a user comes to your website, you have seconds to capture their attention with great design and content. And what we're going to do is we're going to discuss how Amazon's Elasticsearch will help with that. Another thing that is also very important is your emails. Emails are a pivotal piece of the communication pie. Organizations like you all on the line use your emails to stay in touch with your customers. You need emails, you need them to be engaging, beautiful, and they need to be able to keep customers in the know. So what we've done with this release is we've increased our relationship with Socket Labs, which in turn will mean better and faster email deliverability, helping to ensure your messages go to the inbox of your customers. The next upgrade we'll speak about is one of my favorites, and it's called a 360-degree customer view. Basically, it's a tool that allows you to see every key interaction point a user has made within your marketing automation flows. The benefits here are endless, and I think you'll see why shortly. Continuing on with just awesome new enhancements, iAPPS is now going to give you the ability to personalize content on web pages and landing pages based upon a visitor's country, city, or state. Just a really quick example here. Let's say you're the NFL, right? The National Football League, and you're running a campaign, NFL.com/Super Bowl. And that landing page is being advertised in print, email, radio, TV, whatever. What we can do is have it so that a user who visits that page from Dallas sees Cowboys content, and a user who visits that page from New England sees Patriots content. And everybody else, all the default people, just see the generic content. So try to imagine how this can apply to your business, because the positive responses you'll see once you start making content localized is huge. And in this release, and as every release that we do, we've also made a handful of general user experience improvements that I'm going to cover today. And then at the end of today, we are going to dive in and take a look at the demo. So the key features on this slide represent the heart of marketing automation. This is where iAPPS really shines. The majority of this slide was released last year, but I think it's just so important and it can bring so much value to you that we're going to review this again today. What we're going to review today briefly are things like our awesome drag and drop landing page tool, our very flexible also drag and drop form builder, our audience list segmentation so that you can target content on landing pages and really any page, your home page, any page, not just landing pages. And then we'll look at our marketing automation flow as well as our email builder. So once we get into the newer enhancements, the first thing to talk about is Amazon Elasticsearch. iAPPS search functionality is going through a full overhaul to support more seamless integration with other search providers. Now we're going to continue to support our integration with Perceptive Search, and we can still support other search providers as well. But moving forward, the provider that we're going to recommend is Elasticsearch. Elasticsearch extends the powerful Lucene search tool, which is the most powerful information retrieval software in the world. This combination brings world-class search capabilities as an option within the iAPPS search framework. What it means to you is significant speed enhancements through intelligent search indexing methods, improved reliability, capable of handling massive amounts of data with horizontal scalability, transparency into the algorithm to allow more flexibility to generate the best results, a distributed real-time document store where every field is indexed and searchable, and capabilities for custom data mapping, structured search, range search, multi-field search, faceted, and geolocation search. Now, when integrated with the iAPPS search framework, this translates into really a series of potential enhancements. Advanced faceted search with the ability to select multiple facets, autocomplete capabilities on forms, on search boxes, a more logical and efficient scoring algorithm out of the box, a more flexible scoring mechanism to power things like best bets and recommended results, capabilities to easy support range searches on numbers and dates, the ability to query multiple indexes and types of documents, improved and reliable reporting on top of search queries, and consistent capabilities to restrict pages from search results. So obviously this is a great leap forward in terms of search, and we're really excited to have it. Now, if you want to learn more about Elasticsearch or implement Elasticsearch on your website, please contact your account team for a review of the search approach that's going to best fit your needs. Continuing along the lines of technical enhancements, we've also greatly improved our email marketing capabilities by integrating with Socket Labs API as an email server. Socket Labs and Marketeer combined will bring faster email deliverability while keeping sender scores high in the process. This does not change anything visible to an iAPPS administrator, in other words, everyone on the line. Rather, this is a back-end change to ensure better throughput of your emails. So here's a preview of the 360-degree customer view we're going to look at today. This view is so important as it lets you focus in on key conversion points your prospects and customers make through their customer journey. This tool is great for both marketing and sales. In fact, our sales team has already been leveraging this in a beta mode. Prior to getting on a call with a prospect, our business development executives can now log into iAPPS and research that prospect before calling her. That way, when they make the call, they know which white papers were downloaded, which pages were viewed, and which forms were submitted, instantly understanding the prospect's knowledge and phase in the buying cycle before picking up the phone. So that's just one way to utilize this 360-degree customer view, and I'm sure everyone on the line with your businesses are going to have great ways to utilize this as well. So the 360-degree view, right, it's a great way to understand what a person's done. Now we get into how we can very specifically target content to users on our website, web store, and landing pages based upon a session-based audience list. So with iAPPS, we can now target content to users based on their geolocation as well as their referring URL. So, say you're a credit union running a campaign in New York and New Jersey. If a user gets to a landing page from New York, you can speak to New York rates and offerings. If they get to that same exact landing page from New Jersey, they might see content speaking to New Jersey rates and offerings. To take it a step further, if their referring URL was an ad campaign from Facebook, the landing page might have a Facebook feed. And if the referring URL was an ad campaign from Twitter, it might have a Twitter feed. iAPPS is all about completely tailoring experiences for your visitors, and this is just one more way iAPPS is going to assist with that. Now, in every release, we aim to not just help you make amazing customer journeys and web experiences, but we also aim to provide you with an easy-to-use tool. Some of the UX updates we've made this time around are as follows. We've updated the iAPPS admin login screen to use our new Angular authentication. We updated the iAPPS navigation, making it cleaner and fluid. We've provided a tool to allow you to easily duplicate pages. This is a great tool during the initial build out of a website. You can now place custom CSS on form fields. I'll speak about this in a little bit. And we've also made modifications to hidden menu items so that they appear grayed out in edit mode. And now hidden menu items will appear invisible when in edit mode but viewing the website is live. So staging release has happened and it was successful January 9th, and we are on pace and on schedule to release to production January 14th during our regularly scheduled maintenance window. Say that 10 times fast. So as we have everybody on the line, I thought it could be a great opportunity to also take a look at our short-term roadmap. In February, we're going to be making enhancements or more enhancements to our flow builder. These enhancements are going to be doing things like adding minutes to certain flows, the ability to select multiple items like multiple pages, files, or contact attributes, and then enhancing iAPPS as a sales enablement platform by allowing sales alerts to go to a contact attribute. We're also going to do some user interface enhancements for content definitions. As every iAPPS user on the line knows, when you're in edit mode and you're adding a content definition onto a page, there is no way to preview what that content definition looks like. We are adding in that preview capability. In around March, April, we're going to be doing an entirely new WYSIWYG editor. The new WYSIWYG editor is going to be easier to use, and more importantly, it's going to support schema.org protocol, so it's going to do great things for your SEO benefits. Another huge thing coming out is our Marketeer dashboard overhaul. Right now, the Marketeer dashboard is more of a notification quick links homepage. What we're going to be doing is converting it into a true dashboard screen, providing valuable analytics and insights into the success of marketing campaigns. And then we're going to be implementing email list management double opt-in capabilities for customers who do want to require double opt-in. It won't be mandatory. It's going to be something you are able to choose if you want to require or not. And then looking a little more into the future, we are going to implement the ability for customers to place Google reCAPTCHA services on forms. That should see increased form submissions and easier CAPTCHA services. We are going to be implementing two-way Salesforce integration. Right now we have one-way Salesforce integration from iAPPS to Salesforce, and this is going to be a true two-way dialogue and communication. And then we're also going to be doing some massive enhancements around our commerce emails. Commerce is obviously just so pivotal, and something so important for commerce is making sure that when somebody abandons a cart, they're receiving an email with the items that were abandoned and a link to get back to the cart. We're going to put commerce emails and the ability to send commerce emails into our flow builder. So a lot of enhancements are going to come around commerce emails, including sending them from Marketeer, designing them better, just a big focus will be coming in the future to make sure commerce communications are driving more sales from things like abandoned carts or from prospects. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and dive into the demo. So right now I'm on my iAPPS admin login page. From this login page, the newest thing to mention is again that it is using our new Angular model of authentication. This is great for things like forms and also loading pages, as it increases responsiveness of pages with a loader fast time. I'm going to go ahead and log into Marketeer now. And as I log in, the first thing you're going to notice in Marketeer is the updated, clean, and consistent header that is consistent through all of our iAPPS products. What we did is we've removed some excess noise from this header, simplified it to really give you the fields that are mandatory and the fields that you need, and again, just generally cleaned it up. We've also updated the dashboard a little bit with a quick link to our calendar, which is such an important tool. If you're using Marketeer to send out email communications, this calendar can tell you all of your different marketing initiatives and the days that those communications are going out. So I wanted to start today just with a quick review of marketing automation. In September, we released our marketing automation, which consists of a couple things: marketing automation flows, landing pages, personalization, and then an email builder. So usually when you talk about marketing automation, it all starts with the attract phase, right? Attract, engage, nurture, convert. And to attract people, it's all about having a great landing page and making sure that landing page is going to convert them into a lead by having them submit a form. So let's take a look at our landing page builder by heading over to Assets and Landing Pages. Now, if you don't currently have the templates I'm going to show today or the ability to create landing pages, please talk to your account team. Landing pages are very important, so let's just do webinar landing page, because they do a couple things. And as you can see, we have a couple different landing page templates here. One is a 2-column and one is a 1-column landing page. A good landing page has a clear call to action. Download now, fill out a form, whatever it might be. Good landing pages also don't have your website navigation. The reason is because you want to really minimize the amount of exit points on a landing page. So again, if you don't yet have a landing page template, please reach out to your account team if you'd like one. Now that I'm on the landing page, I want to get to Page Builder. Page Builder is another item that is fairly new and was released mid-year last year. Not all templates have Page Builder. If you'd like templates that do have Page Builder, those are newer templates, and again, please reach out to your account team. To get to Page Builder, we click on this icon, and what you see is I have drop zones. This is a very simple page. It just has one drop zone. We have customers where there's multiple drop zones on a page for 1, 2, 3 column pages, etc. On this page, I'm going to make a banner, a form, and maybe a little bit of text. All right, let's add a banner onto my landing page by creating a new banner. I'm going to call this webinar registration. Join the webinar. Maybe this will dark. We'll put the text in the center. Text theme is going to be background dark. I'm going to choose my banner image. And the call out button is going to say download the release notes, and that'll link over to the release notes from my file library. Okay, let's save this banner into my content library. Call this banner. Gorgeous. All right, now let's add a form onto my landing page. I'm going to insert a form for time's sake. And let's just take a random form from my form library. And now let's edit this form. So a couple important things to note on our form builder. What we've done this release is we've implemented form CSS classes on forms as well as on a row. These CSS classes can be configured by Bridgeline or your project team or developer. And what they do is it makes it so that a form really has a little bit more pizzazz, and it makes forms stand out a little bit more with the end goal of making a form get submitted, right? That's after all why we have forms on our sites. So what you could do is put on form background colors, background images, change button colors, change your row colors on a form. So just a lot of tools here by using CSS to make your form stand out more. So if you would like to utilize these to get away from a little bit of a vanilla form and into a more engaging form to ultimately have a stronger call to action and elicit more clicks, again, please speak to your project team. So on this form here, I can pull out my contact fields, and these contact fields are all using contact attributes, which we can create right here. Now contact attributes are, a lot of our customers are using them. I bet a lot of people on the line are. But for people who aren't using contact attributes, they are just the most important aspect of Marketeer, in my opinion. Contact attributes make it so that every single answer a user provides us is actionable. Meaning if somebody fills out this form and says that they're interested in iAPPS commerce, we can automatically have them added into a commerce audience list. So that way the next time they come to my website, they start to receive content about commerce via targeted content, and they even start to receive emails about commerce via my marketing automation flows. All right, so I created my form. Looks good, simple landing page. Let me publish this. Now in a little bit, I'm going to come back to this landing page to speak about targeted content and show you how we could target content to users based on geography on a landing page. For now, let's head back over to Marketeer. Before I show the marketing automation flow builder for everyone who has not seen it yet, I want to call out one new and very important update that's been made in our email builder. So let me just head over to Manage Emails. And let's go ahead and just edit an existing email. All right, let's create a new email. I'll call this Webinar 2017-01, email subject line, webinar registration. Sender name is Bridgeline Digital. And I'll choose one of my 6 templates. So you do get 6 templates that come free with iAPPS Marketeer. Each one of these templates are also mobile friendly. All right. So I create this email. I create the email with all my pencil icons. If you could edit a website with iAPPS, you're used to all these tools. Let's choose the recipients for this email. And now save and schedule this email. So Marketeer, it is an email platform. It's not just email though. It's where you create marketing automation flows, emails, and it's also how you can handle website personalization, which I'll show in a moment. For the emails, once you create it, you're going to be able to schedule the email. Now, this is a tool that I want to talk about where we've seen great success from customers who utilize it. Let's say you have an email and it has a distribution list of 1,000 people or 10,000 people. And it's a monthly email that you send out monthly. And every month, odds are out of the 10,000 people, I don't know, let's just say 1,000 people engage and 9,000 don't, and you're getting a handful of unsubscribes, etc. What this tool does right here is it's going to say, hey, this audience list I'm sending this email to might have 10,000 people in it, but only actually send the email to people on that list who have engaged with a prior email within X amount of days. So what you're doing here in essence is saying, look, I understand people have signed up for emails for X and Y reason, but let's make sure to only engage with customers who really want to engage with me, right? We don't want to flood people's inboxes. We don't want to hurt our brand by sending emails. We only want those emails to boost in our brand and make it better. So what we're going to do is say only send this email to people who have engaged in a previous email within the last 60 days. But now you might run into a problem, which is, well, what about everybody else in that list? How do I at least try to re-engage with them? Well, here we have it's completely random generator. So maybe I'm going to say also include, 15% of people on that audience list who have not engaged in the last 60 days. And iAPPS is going to choose a completely random 15% from that audience list. This is such a great way to make sure you're communicating with people who you want to hear from you and who want you to communicate with them, while slowly trying to re-engage with the rest of your lists. All right. The next thing to talk about with marketeers are automation flows. And again, even though marketing automation flows were released last September, I know not all of our iAPPS customers have marketeer, and it's just such an amazing value to you to be able to use marketing automation in the system in conjunction with Content Manager that I think it's something that's worth looking at. So this is the Marketing Automation Flow Builder. What you're going to see in the Marketing Automation Flow Builder is actions and reactions. Actions are what users did and reactions are how to respond. So perhaps somebody submits a form on your website. Which form? Well, let's just go ahead and choose the form from our forms library. What will we do? Let's send them an email, maybe assign some lead points. Maybe we should alert a salesperson that this form was submitted. From there, maybe we should wait a couple days and send a follow-up email. Well, what happens if somebody opens this email? Well, if they open this email, let's do X, but if they don't, let's do Y. Really intuitive, really easy to use, and really powerful flow builder. We've seen great success and great case studies already from customers utilizing this, and I hope more and more customers and everybody on the line today who doesn't currently have Marketeer sees this flow builder, and you're starting to lick your chops with some ideas of what you can do with this flow builder. All right, so now you have flows, and you're running a couple automated flows in the background on your website to better nurture and convert your customer base. What you're going to want to know is, how are people engaging with those flows? And we have that on macro details. We have macro stats for that, but we also have micro stats for that. And I'm going to show you the micro stats right now. Over here, what you're looking at in this recent activity tab is our 360-degree customer profile view. This shows every single interaction a user has had with any flows that we have. This is such a great tool, and one way we've been using it successfully, again, is with our sales folks. Prior to them getting on the line with a prospect, they could come in here and read all about the prospect and read everything the prospect has done on Bridgeline Digital site. They could say, oh, all right, that prospect has downloaded this white paper, filled out this form, viewed this page, clicked this link, opened this email. Really start to understand, get in the head of the person, find out what they like, and that way they're ready to make the call and make a valuable call to them. So that's the 360 view. It gives you full insights into all of your customers and all your customer pivotal interaction points. All right. The next upgrade, and it's such a huge one to show, is our session-based audience lists. With iAPPS, you can target content to users on landing pages, websites, or web stores. Again, you can target content to users on landing pages, websites, or web stores based upon things like anything that you know about them, whether they're registered, whether they've logged in, what answers they've provided you in a form, or based upon a totally anonymous data, like their session information. So over here, let's say we want to target content to everybody in Chicago. I could add a geo filter. And I'm going to say Illinois, and my state is Chicago, or my city is Chicago. I could also set up a radius if I want to hit my greater Chicago area. Okay. Let's say I want the same content to go to people in Chicago and Kansas City. I could add a geo filter and say this. Now people who visit from Chicago or Kansas City will receive the same content on the page I'm about to edit. We also have the ability to target content to users based on their referring URL. So what I might have is the key is a referral and the value is Facebook. All right, once you've set up your geo filter, click Save. To target content to users from this geography, head over to your website, head over to the page, the landing page that you want to edit content on, and head over to your targeted content area. Choose your audience list you want to target content to, and edit the content they're going to see. So I'm going to say, you know what, if you're coming in from Chicago, rather than seeing this generic content, you're going to see something different on the bottom. You're going to see Chicago Blackhawks rock. Come meet the Blackhawk players today, right? Whatever. We could change around all the content on this page. Click Save As. That way we do not overwrite the original content. And there you go. Now users who come in from Chicago or Kansas City will see the configured content, which we could also preview that configured content on any sort of mobile tablet or device. To use personalization, you must have Marketeer and Content Manager. So you must have our Experience Manager product to use website personalization. By having the Marketeer product, not only do you get website personalization and geo-based targeting, but you also get marketing automation flows, email capabilities, and the ability to send emails as well, that 360-degree customer view, and iAPPS' light CRM management. The last thing I'd like to show today is under Content Manager menus and pages. And what we've done is we've provided an easy way for if you're a new customer and you're building out your website, or if you're an existing customer adding a new section to your site, to build quicker by duplicating a page. So this just allows for quicker website building. All right, everybody. That is the release that we wanted to show today and showcase today. I hope the features and the benefits within them are exciting to you. I hope that some wheels are starting to spin about how to use these newest capabilities. I know there's a lot of exciting things in here. At this point, if there's any questions, please feel free to type the questions into the chat box or into the questions pane of GoToWebinar. All right, so if there are no questions, everybody, thank you very much for joining. We really appreciate your time. As always, if there, oh, you know what, sorry, one more thing. I did mention the feedback. So this is the feedback page. I'm going to copy this URL and put it into the GoToWebinar chat box. If you do have any feedback about product enhancements you'd like to see, changes in the future release cadence or anything like that, please feel free to add a feedback onto the page. Again, I've copy and pasted this URL into the GoToWebinar chat bar. So one question did come through. Are there any updates planned for accelerated mobile pages? Peter, it's a great question. Right now, it still is in that experiments kind of phase in Google right now, although it is something that is on our radar. And as it becomes a required web technology, it is something that we will, definitely look to implement on certain templates. And we have spoken about it in our product committee, although again, there's nothing set in stone. Yeah, Lauren, of course. You can absolutely just email your project manager or me, and we could definitely get on a call to walk through how your company specifically uses marketing automation flows. And if you're not, then I'd love to get on the call. That way we could get you guys to start using marketing automation flows. Greg, the documentation for all of these features has been attached and it is in the GoToWebinar. So in GoToWebinar, there's a handouts pane, and I have attached the iAPPS product release for this release, the one-pager documenting the marketing kind of centric messaging, as well as the iAPPS search one-pager. All other documentation is available on our standard support.iapps.com website. Okay. Well, thanks everybody for your time. Happy New Year and have a great rest of your day. Take care.